baked all the time. State of my eyes. Don't even make any sense. Hello? Whoever's here? Fucking... Don't really... I'm just going to try and flog me books to you and me fucking podcast and that, you know. So... Whoever's watching, I'm on TikTok and I'm on Facebook at the same time. So if I say someone's name that you don't see on the screen, like, if I, you know, hello Lavender Cos 2, you're right, mate. Fucking, what do you want to hear from? Tonight at 7 o'clock, we'll be live on Threshold FM with Jimmy Budd. We'll be talking about ARGs, which is like an alternative reality games, which is something I found out about a few days ago now when I was researching time travel for this week's radio show on Threshold FM. But there's a new podcast out. If anyone's interested and anyone enjoys my podcasts, you can find a new podcast about the Graspy Fletcher, which is a Christmas tale that I made up about, I wanted it to sound real, and it just basically comes across like a creepypasta, and it's about this family in Arkansas who do bloodletting and like fucking stab themselves in the wrist and the palm of the hand, and they squeeze the blood into the eye of random creatures to like as part of like a religion. And it's just a fucking fun little story I made up. So if you want to hear that, go and give that a go. It's like 45 minutes. It might make you laugh, might give you nightmares. I don't know. But let's. Oh, thank you, Lennart Speck. This sounds like it's going to get me banned for saying, but fucking, yeah, thank you for saying they love me art, keep it up. Well, if you like me art, mate, you might also fucking enjoy me books. I've done 3 books now, innit? This is, put them in order. Fucking, there you are. So we got, that's my first book, Uneducated Guesses. Then we've got How to Date an Antique Table, A Lover's Guide. And then this one, More You Know, which is the newest one. I'll give you a reading from him in a minute. Amber wants to know, how did your recording go? It went alright, mate. It went out yesterday. It was enjoyed. People enjoyed it. People found it funny. It's available, well, it'll probably be available at the end of the week on threshold.fm if anyone's interested in learning about time travel. Otherwise, it'll be on Spotify and Apple Podcast, Deezer, fucking, I don't know, Amazon, Audible, whatever else you can think of to listen to shows. It'll be on there in about 13 weeks' time. Sounds a bit specific, innit? But there's like a 13-week delay from when I put them on Threshold to when I put them onto Spotify and that. So the one that's just gone on Spotify, as I say, is my Christmas episode, which I thought I'd been quite clever. One of the reasons I delayed releasing the podcasts was so that I could release the Christmas one. So I could basically use the Christmas one as a Christmas tale, you know, because it's a Christmas story, because it's set in a place called like Turkey Creek. That's the only thing it's got to do with Christmas. And I think I make reference to a gravy train at some point. But you got that. And then I thought, well, if I time it right, I can also release that one on April Fool's Day, because it's a fake story, it's not real. But I fucked up and got my timings wrong, and it's ended up going out a week early. Because that's why it's released on a Thursday. The only reason it's released on a Thursday is so I could release this episode on April Fool's Day, 13 weeks from when I started. Which sounds mental, innit, to plan something like that when I say it out loud, really. Especially sounds mental to plan to do that and to fuck it up as well. It makes me seem fucking like an idiot. But I've missed out what you were saying there. You'll Amber, if you want to listen, mate, there's links in my bio to wherever you listen to shows. And like I say, I'll be live tonight on Threshold FM with Jimmy, talking about ARGs, alternative reality games, which I'm going to be researching from about 1 o'clock onwards, probably till like 6:30. But well, I'm glad you like the rat pencil case as well, Lavender. Don't think I'm ignoring you, mate. Right, so then, guys, come on. Whoever like the people on Facebook, people on TikTok, whoever whoever it is, pick a book, and I'll give you a little reading from it. They're all £2.50 as an ebook on Amazon. I make about £1 from that. So if you want to, you know, if you've ever thought to yourself, fine, I don't want to join your Patreon and give you, £2 a month, but I wouldn't mind giving you a random £1. Fucking go and buy us the ebook, mate. I'll really appreciate it. It's a nice thing to do, innit? And it might make you laugh. I'd hope it'd make you laugh anyway. Someone said, Amber's said the newest one, so that's more, you know. It's got a picture of a fox with a cig in its mouth. They are safety fox. The first fox I ever did. In the back of it, I'll give you a little rundown of it. So it's a book of fake facts. All of the facts in here completely made up. But in order to make them believable, I then researched around all of the facts surrounding the various topics that I've decided to cover. And then to make sure that I wasn't telling the truth. I didn't want to lie to you. Well, no. I did want to lie to you, but I didn't want to lie to you and like accidentally give you real facts instead of fake facts, if that makes sense, which again sounds dumb when I say it out loud. I probably should have spoke to someone about this idea when I first had it. Someone wants to join me live. Why not, mate? If you want to, you can. I don't know how. I don't know how to do that. If you invite yourself or something, mate, give it a go. I don't mind. But yeah. You can tell me what you think of this when you come on. So I'll give you at the back of it as well. You've got a couple of pictures of stuff I've made, so you get an idea. It's like a bit of a catalogue, you know, like chick hearts, taxidermy, animalgamations, fossils, the rat ball sack man, things you can get from Redbubble, like stickers and t-shirt designs and that, pictures, you know, for the wall. Get your rat out on a jumper. Going to get myself some of these for when I do markets again this year. Lizard on a crucifix on a t-shirt. I'll give you a reading from one. The rise in Kegel exercises in the Western world is alleged to stem from one woman. At the time known to be the third oldest woman to ever give birth, she claimed on a morning TV show in her home country that she had to practice Kegel floor exercises because the doctor had concerns over her body trying to expel the baby prematurely due to a lack of strength in her abdominal region. And then, there you go, there's the picture. There's an old lady doing her Kegels. She's got a dumbbell on a chain. I'll read the one that's next to it, why not? So this is from More You Know, for all the people that have just joined. My newest book, £2.50 on Amazon. In 2016, an Italian care home came under scrutiny because in an effort to rebrand and cut costs, they refused to take in patients who were actually disabled. Doctors were caught signing up patients who were simply burdens to their family. Like the mental institutions of the early 20th century, this care home was home to old people, middle-aged and young adults. There wasn't children, as they require specialist care compared to able-bodied adults. The care home was picketed and protested against as locals deemed it inhumane. The owners were fined, but the family members who dumped their unloved ones there were arrested and charged with false imprisonment. And here you go. There's your picture that goes with that, which the lady's saying, why aren't they disabled? And they've got an anti-disabled badge outside the home. Saying, oi ponytail, don't ignore me. Mate, you've been ignoring me, mate. I said to join, like, invite yourself to it. I don't know how to fucking do this. You don't come up in my list because we're not friends on here, so just figure, I don't know, man. You'll have to figure it out, mate. If you invite yourself to it, I'll accept it, innit? See, look, you keep leaving. Emily Louise, you keep leaving and joining and then giving me shit when you come back, mate. Like, just join. I'll give you a bit of crowd participation. Come on, people on Facebook. No one's talking. Fucking give us a page number, people on Facebook, between 3 and 70, and I'll read you your page from The More You Know, which is available on Amazon for £2.50. Well, thank you for sharing, Emily. No, I don't feel bad for saying, you fucking messing me about, but page 65. Yeah. Well, I went straight to it. Look at that, like fucking magic trick. Yeah, so I'll cover up this as a little bit of a game. Oh, Mickey's here. You're right, Mickey. Yeah. What do you reckon this one's about? That one there. So you can see it's a radiator with an axe in it and a crown on the floor. Let's see if we've got any guesses as to what this illustration will be about. Right, Davina. I'll be making more stuff like that, Davina, when lockdown's done and I can go back to the studio. Without the risk of like fucking getting fined. Add Emily to your life now. Why are you all conspiring against me? Like, you just invite yourself to it, mate. I don't know how to do it. Like, you tap the name of the person, nothing comes up, you hold your finger on there, I can block, mute and reply or report, but I don't know how to fucking invite you to it, mate. I'm not... I'll be the first to admit, mate, I'm not a particularly tech-savvy guy, but calling me ponytail is not going to get you anywhere. No guesses then? No guesses for the radiator drawing? I'll explain it to you then. Releasing trapped air in a radiator is called bleeding. This is because when heat sources used in oil would be cleaned, they would release a thick red paste. Coincidentally, burning more expensive oils would release a thick blue paste, though I cannot see any link between blue-blooded and the heating industry. Right, Emily and Davina are driving me mental. Like, was you just... No, I'm not actually angry, man. Just fucking... You've got a request to join. I can't invite you. I don't know how to. Thank you, Ashley Chase. Are you going for this one? Are you going for this one? Or are you going for this one? Because you can get all three for less than a tenner if you buy them as ebooks. And if you buy... Because if you buy them all as actual paperbacks, because they'll cost you about a tenner each as paperback, all you're really doing is lining Amazon's pockets. I only get about a quid either way. I've got people on TikTok that think they're somehow holding me hostage on my live stream, saying we're the only ones on your live, we go in, it's a thing with yourself. Shush now. Mate, then join the live. Like, stop asking to join the live and join the live. Just press the button. You have to do it. That's what I'm saying to you. I don't know what you understand. Ebook's better for yous, guys. Yeah, I think I make about an extra 6p or something on an ebook as well, because I charge, like, so instead of charging £2.43p, because that seemed like a weird price that I thought would put people off, I thought I'd charge £2.50, where I think I then make about £1.4p, £1.3p on each one. Whereas if you buy it as a book, which, like, this one will cost you, I think, £9.99, this one's a tenner. This one, for whatever reason, has to be £11.64. It can't be any other price, because fuck knows what I've pressed to make that happen. And I make about, I think, 90p to £1 on each of them as a paperback. Well, my day's going alright, Zoe the Alien. Emily and Davina are trying to be arseholes. But, you know, I've got nothing against you. You just aren't listening to a word I'm saying. Oh, yes, Rohan. Fucking, you find me on all the live streams. Right, let's have a... What was the other page number? Thank you, Ashley, for buying the books. Ebooks is better, mate. It saves you money, and you could buy all three for less than what it will cost for one paperback. So, personally, I think that's better, because it leaves more money in your pocket, which you could potentially use to buy some taxidermy off me in the future. Think of it as having like £2.50 in credit with me or something, you know, or for the next book when I get round to doing that, which is about why we should kill all the animals in the world. But I can't be arsed researching it because it's a fucking arse to do. I'd rather research the conspiracy shows for the podcast and the radio shows than try and explain why I think we should kill all the animals to win the war for the earth. I just explained who you are to my Boo. Boo. Is that Boo? Is that how you spell Boo? Not using your taxidermy, the picture of the gentleman, is that what they're called, gumboots. Oh, I'll read that one, The Man Who Loves the Pig. Let me find it. There we go. So this is the picture that they're talking about. That's not very vegan. Zoe, I'm not a vegan. What the fuck? Why would you think I'm a vegan? I eat like at least one pork pie a day, and I make stuff out of dead animals. I'm not going to be a vegan. I was a butcher for fucking like 10 years, 9 years, 8 years, something like that. And fucking... Ooh. Rohan's on both streams. Getting me from all the angles. He gets to... Well, Rohan, what's... Yeah, I'll look straight down the middle of the two cameras there, so I look cross-eyed on both. Which is me better side, bro? Which one's better? Yeah, multi-stream, mate. That's fucking, rather than, you'd have to be a mentalist, mate, to do it, like fucking do this one for an hour and then do this one for an hour. Like, I can't be arsed doing that one. I'll be dead by the time I do the end one. It won't even make sense. I don't know, Wendy. I can't speak French. I've never learnt French. I did German and Italian and a little bit of Japanese when I went to Japan. Probably more Japanese than I ever did German, to be honest, because they didn't really speak much English. So, or is it? Oh, Facebook's proper behind. So you get a delay. Oh, Rowan, you could go and like, go and fuck with them, man. Go and fuck with them and try and guess what things are. Like when I show the pictures, guess what they all are. And then these won't, you know, they might not notice. Although the ones that are watching will know, because they can see me saying this to you. Didn't think that through. The duck lad, I haven't got him with me. I don't think I've got a picture of him in the back of this either. Let me see if I've got pictures of some of my work in the back of the books as well, so you've got something to show your friends. No, I've not got any pictures of the duck lad to hand me. Right, I'll read the pig one for you though. So, here's the picture. So there's the picture of the pig fucker. See him there? Right. Now that we've been able to breed... Oh, someone wants to join. This is going to be a weird moment for them to join. Right, Natalie. Now that we've been able to breed domesticated pigs with extra ribs for farming purposes, geneticists have turned their hand to adding extra vertebrae to their necks. Unsuccessful so far due to the muscles not forming in the correct areas. It's the hope of an unnamed philanthropist to give the pigs the ability to look up at the night sky after they've given humans more and more of themselves. Even when they had nothing left to give, we altered them, and still they gave more. This gesture has made waves amongst animal rights activists, as some people believe the gesture is blamed on a sexual desire. Due to the way the pig's neck is formed, it is said to be difficult to make eye contact with them whilst making love. And there's the geneticist porking a pig.
There's eye contact there.
Yeah, they can't make eye contact, innit? Like you know. Like, well, if we want it to look like TV, you've got to have your eyes at the same height, innit? Otherwise, it just looks like we're staring across the room, different ends of the room.
Is it story time?
Yeah, mate. I normally make taxidermy, innit? Like that fox there with a cig in its mouth. See that? I'll show you these as well at the back. And there's a Marge Simpson that I made out of half a rat. But because of lockdown, I've not been able to do any like the there's a doll's head that I changed for rat scrotums. Made a face out of rat scrotum. But I've been, like, because of lockdown, I can't do it, so I've been writing books and releasing them. So pick a page number between 3 and 81. Go on, a number between 3 and 81. 47. Welcome for not going straight away for 69. Normally when people join the video and you say pick a number, they go immediately for 69, and people have heard that fucking so many times. So this book, right, it's a book. I'll read page 47 from each book because the three of them are different. This one's a book of fake facts. I'm also live on Facebook, that's why I'm going backwards like this, mate, so they can see the picture as well. But there's the picture for page 47, right? It's a bag of shit with money signs on it. So...
Oh, fucking great. Trust me to get home.
Well done. Until the turn of the 20th century, compost was seen as a necessity for a healthy, happy life, and access to free compost was as readily available as petrol for vehicles is today. The compost consisted of local street waste, human excrement, and waste from building works taking place in the area. So it's not that funny, that one, innit? But it's still a lie, you know. It's not true. So there's that one. I'll read you page 47 from this one. This one's called How to Date an Antique Table, a Lover's Guide. Everything that you're going to need to know to start a loving consensual relationship with an antique table. So it's like dating ideas, you know, where you could take your antique table on a date. So
yeah, let's go, let's do it.
Page 47 will be page 46, but you could fly kites. Whilst not a long date, it could be a fun date. Purposely tangle your kite with your antique table's kite so that you can use it as an excuse to get a little closer. It's a way to show you can make the most out of a bad situation. Most people will be put off going outside in strong winds. Not you, though. You're willing to brave the winds to stand alone. Just you and your antique table in a field. And there's your picture of you with your antique table flying kites in a field.
looks like me this morning as well. Look at the hair.
Isn't it? It's pretty similar. Just a different dress,
Very
mate.
similar.
Just needs a dressing gown. They are, guys, so you can see that. And then in the other one, this one, I wrote this one just to piss off my uni lecturers because they wouldn't let me do the taxidermy when I was still at uni. So it's hard to know actually what page number it is. I'll just guess because to piss the teachers off more, I put all the numbers in Roman numerals so it'd make even less sense. Yeah, what about this one? Heterogeneous. Noun. The gene that makes people straight. For example, Mr. and Mr. Fredrickson had intense blood tests as part of a scientific experiment, and it was discovered that they carried a heterogeneous, but it's recessive. Obviously because they're Mr. and Mr. Fredrickson, they're married, innit? They're married men. But then for the illustration of it, what we've got is, I'll show you first, because we can make eye contact. It seems weird to make you wait.
No, we can't make eye contact.
Why? Because then people then know you're not a pig. So, they are. This would be the homogeneous, wouldn't it? The gay gene, because it's clearly a male genetic strand walking a small dog. So we've got an X for that one, so we know it's not that one. It's the straight gene, the heterogeneous. So there's the male genus there with a penis, and obviously this is the female gene because it's got boobs and it's noshing him off. So it's this gene that we're talking about. I'll explain it to you guys.
Noshing him off.
Yeah, they are. There's the homogeneous there with his small dog. We're not talking about that one, innit, as I say. It's this one here. That's the heterogeneous. Go, someone else pick another number.
Can you do me a favour quick before I go and leave you to your story time?
Go ahead, what is it?
Can you put your face like this for me, please, next to mine?
You have to go to the other side, mate.
There you go.
What, there? Oh, fucking hell. We'd have to fucking really lean in. Like that, yeah?
That's smile.
With me fucking rammy teeth. Yeah, you happy with that?
Sick, you're the first person that done that with me. Thank you.
You're the first person to listen to me ramblings.
Oh, someone's put it's the wrong side. What?
What?
Who was the wrong side? I've got to go this side.
Oh, that's fucking confusing. Do I want to be on this side? Sorry, Facebook, give us a minute.
Yeah.
I'm pissing around with a nutter. This side.
Come closer. Yeah, you've got to come closer though.
For people watching mine, we're just like, we couldn't be further away from each other.
There we go.
Yeah.
No, up a bit.
Up a
there
bit.
We go. Now smile.
Yeah. The fucking... Yeah, mate, no worries, fucking... Are you getting off?
I appreciate it. Huh?
Are you getting off?
Yeah, I'll leave you to your story time.
Alright, I'll see you in a bit.
Thank you for reading them three for me though. I
No
appreciate it.
worries. Right, fucking...
Right, yeah.
Page 7, see you in a bit, mate. Page 7. Oh, there we go. That's probably the most positive fucking live stream I've had on Spotify, on fucking TikTok with another person. Oh, Susan Bullock, if you want to listen to me all day, mate, fucking down on Spotify and find the podcast, mate, or on Threshold FM. Mickey, fucking, you should, Mickey, go on, if you're still at work, mate, fucking use all of the computers to play my podcast to people as they're coming round, be like, hear this is true, this, fucking... and get me that little tiny step closer towards adverts on there. Right, page 7. Page 7's in Nature. Fucking hell, I keep skipping the page. Here we are. Oh, it's a short one, Susan. A spider crab shares more DNA with a terrapin than it does with a hermit crab. So again, from the book of fake facts. And here you can see a spider crab sharing its DNA with a terrapin. Well, more so a terrapin sharing its DNA with a spider crab. They are. It's just basically a spider crab taking a terrapin from behind. Or if it's the other way around, the terrapin's taking the crab from behind. Still. Have we got another page number? fucking done well there to be on furlough. You've managed all year. I thought they were still open, bro. Oh. That's sick though. Like, we fucking just a year to fucking, you're still getting paid. You could start your own business in that, man, and do you? Because didn't you used to bulk buy stuff in it and not to, you know, if you took that up a little bit more. Then again, like, where would you get it from? Because everywhere's fucking closed, isn't it? So. Go on, guys, another page number anyway. There's 7 of yous watching in total. Someone can pick a page number. I'll pick one myself then, fuck it. There was a class of spies known by their enemies as the Sticks. These spies would often flirt their way up the societal ladder to gain knowledge and influence. It was common for these so-called Sticks agents to sleep with the enemy in order to gain their trust. It was known that spying is a two-way street, so oftentimes they would exchange information with each other. And this is where the expression, a stickler for the truth, originates. Put simply, the person who had sex with the Sticks agent was the stickler. Yeah. So, and there's the picture. So obviously, like, one of them's still wearing the mask because they're in disguise, but the other one, they're facing, you know, the other one can't be seen by, obviously this one can't be seen by them, so they've took the mask off for a bit of air. But they're sticklers for the truth, spies, Sticks agents. Oh, okay, that all came through at once then. So we got page 47. Didn't we just have page 47? Are you taking a piss? We've had page 47, Mickey, but I'll do it anyway because it's a short one. Until the turn of the 20th century, compost was seen as a necessity for a healthy, happy life, and access to free compost was as readily available as petrol for vehicles is today. The compost consisted of local street waste and waste from building works taking place in the area. And there's your bag of shit for money. Nice little simple one. Little lie about history, a fake fact about history. Tape flip said page 26, so we'll go for page 26 and then we'll come back to page 29, Susan Bullock. Those of you that have just joined, if anyone has just joined, it's hard to tell because it looks like the same pictures have stayed up regardless of whether 2 people's in it or 10 people's been in it. It's the same 4 pictures, so fuck knows. These are available on Amazon, £2.50 if anyone's interested. 26, wasn't it? Up until 1932, anxiety was referred to by scientists as nerves, and often to try and remedy a case of bad nerves, the scientist would recommend introducing the patient to more and more stressful situations. The belief was that if a person could handle what would now be classed as increasingly traumatic events, they would be able to be better equipped for dealing with their day-to-day nerves. And here's the picture for it, I'd say. So you got a fella here sat down, he's strapped to the chair. I'll let you see it and then I'll pull it away to explain it, because I need to be able to fucking see it as well. My finger's going the other way. So you got that fella there strapped to a chair, and then there's the scientist with his board. There's a fella with an axe to scare him, and then they've got a gun, because obviously following like Pulp Fiction rules, a gun's scarier than an axe. But then we've got a lion as well, because obviously the fucking feral lion is much scarier than an angry man with a machine gun. And then we wanted page 29. Due to the constant rotation of the Earth and the ever-expanding orbit of the Earth, although it now moves in proportion to space around it, it is now accepted that spirit levels are only accurate within 5 degrees. The gas bubble within the green liquid moves at a different rate due to the pressure the liquid exerts within the tiny tube. This is why some builders have begun using laser lines instead. And here's your picture for it. There's your spirit level with the Earth inside, and it's slightly off by a few degrees. They are. Tape, I'll find it in a minute, man. I'll just read this. I'll read this next one. Well, I'll read what these have been saying. Follower, what? Oh, nice one, John Wilson Jr. It could be, Susan. I like how you're getting conspiratorial with it. You fucking... Alright, Mickey, I'll see you in a bit, bro. The snail plate one was in inventions, wasn't it? Oh, it's near the end. I've even themed it a bit more for you, tape. I think I went back over it. So, this is in People, this section here at the back. So, a young woman from Queensland, Australia, became a local celebrity when her friends at a dinner party found out that the plates they were eating off of had been homemade by the host. A slow news day, perhaps, but the plates themselves had been made from crushed up snails. The plate producer claims that each plate takes around 95 snails to produce, and that by heating them in her oven at a low heat, she was able to make them set solid. It later transpired it was a tradition she picked up from her mother, who had done it with her initially as a joke when she was a child, but the joke carried on into her teenage years, and she thought it was something that her ancestors had been doing for generations. One friend failed in an attempt to sue the host, claiming the plates had made her physically ill, but upon inspection of the plates, they'd been glazed with a non-toxic glaze, so, whilst disgusting and weird, nothing untoward had actually happened. And here's the illustration for that one. They are. Plates are fucking hard to draw, to be honest, Rowan. I didn't know how to draw it. They are. They're plates made from snails, crushed up snails. Oh, nice one, Bucket Meal. More crazy stuff. Every Thursday, mate, every Thursday and every Sunday a new show comes out. So on a Sunday you get one of the little Here's How shows, and on the Thursday you get one of the main shows. So the one that came out today is called The Graspy Fletcher, which is definitely crazy because I made it all up and then didn't tell anyone that I'd made it up. I forgot to tell people I'd made it up, so people were listening to it and then trying to go and find information about it, but it wasn't real. So I felt quite good about that though, to be honest, because that made me feel like I'm a good storyteller. It's about these people that squeeze their own blood into wild animals' eyes to, I wrote it fucking by around Christmas time, so I can't really remember it all. But they were doing it to sort of ingratiate the daughter's boyfriend into the family, to give him a weird blessing so that they could all hallucinate together under this magic tree set in Arkansas, near Turkey Creek, something like that. But as I say, I fucking wrote it a while ago, so it's not quite, I can't remember it all, but it's available now, man. If you want to listen to it, fucking go and have a listen and send me a message, see what you think of it. Goes for you three on Facebook and all, man, if you want to have a listen to it. Nervous we get it. So, no worries, Susan. If you see you Sunday. How are you going to see me on Sunday? Who are you? Kind of creepy, Susan, not going to lie, but alright. Nice one, bargain bucket meal. You can have a listen to it. Send us a message later on and let me know what you think. I'll tell you what catches my eye. Short people, umbrellas. Fucking... I love dad jokes, mate. You're fucking getting yourself brownie points there, man. Inner City audiobooks. The name belongs to you, now use it. What, just fucking... me stories? Do me podcast as audiobooks, like I'm reading from a weird section of a weird book every week. Could do, I guess. Yeah. And no one would have a clue like why it was called that. That's probably a good name for them, innit? Monkey tennis. No, but never mind monkey tennis, Jill Collins. Have you ever played train tennis? I used to play train tennis when I was on a train alone and bored. Basically what you do is you sit there, and you know when you've got the seats that face each other and they sort of swap halfway, and you can see down the aisle of the train, the carriage of the train, and you can see people facing you. What you do is you stare at someone dead in their eyes, like dead in the soul, show them the whites of your eyes around your iris like that, innit? And just stare at them. And then when they fucking close they sort of like look away and then look back at you. When they look back to see if you're still looking, that's when you've got them, innit? And then you've got to look away then and pretend that you weren't doing it while they're staring at you. And then you've got to look back at them when they're not properly looking at you. And then they've got to look back at you while you're not looking at them. If you look at them while they're already looking at you, they get the point. So they get 15 points. But if they look at you while you're already looking at them, you get the points, if that makes sense. And obviously it's first to the end of the tennis match, the one after 45. I used to do it all the time. I probably scared so many people on a train because I was always dressed in black with a fucking hood up in a tracksuit. Thinking about it is a terrible thing to do to people, but it was fun anyway. You know, it was a fun thing to do. Let's have a little bit of out of date and antique table, eh? There's no more. I don't think it's any more complicated tape than a fucking actual tennis match, is it? I mean, you just got to hit the ball. This time, you don't have to hit the ball. The ball's imaginary. It's like you could call it strained pong if you wanted to. That's all it is. It's just fucking tennis with your eyes, you know. Right, how to date an antique table. Bill Collins, see, does he just give us a follow? And you said it's peachy day. I'll tell you what I'm on here for. I'm trying to advertise my books, mate, because I can't make me taxidermy at the minute. I normally make bad taxidermy, so when you're done with me here and you're bored, go and have a look at my videos, and that'll make more sense. Like, I made nunchucks out of ducks, rat pencil cases with pencil sharpeners up their arsehole, and fucking lots and lots of things out of dead animals, to be honest. But I also write books, innit? So these are my 3 books, and this one's about how to date an antique table. So it's dating tips, but where you could take your antique table on a date. So Jill, give us a page number. Is it Gil or Jill? But no, obviously, if chased by a pack of taxidermists, don't play dead. Stuff, aren't you, in that situation? Fucking. I would like to do, you know, a little thing where you can press in the corner and they punch each other. I want to do something like that out of taxidermy. 72. And Gil as well. I've got, is it Gil or Jill? Is it J? Say J. Give us a J if it's Jill and G if it's Gil. Well, I'll keep calling you Jill until I know. But these are like £2.50 as well, guys, on Amazon if anyone's interested. Like as an ebook. I make £1 out of it. Alright, so it's Gil. Alright, man. Fucking, if anyone's interested, they got them on there. But I've also got podcasts, man. So Gil, if you're enjoying me ramblings here, you'll love me ramblings when I've been researching something, because it's all like conspiracy law and aliens and ghosts and that, but sort of I like to think from a strange angle. So from how to date an antique table, a lover's guide, skinny dipping. You could go skinny dipping with your antique table. Be careful if you decide to strip your antique table. Make the most of the weather. Whip your pants off and run into the water. If your antique table refuses to join you, initially wade towards them, teasing them with, "You just want to see my genitals." Make sure to commit if you're going to walk towards them to entice them in. A lack of confidence here will ruin your chance of them joining you, or believing you casually do such liberal activities as skinny dipping. A good way to make your antique table feel comfortable is to compliment them as you strip them down to the nuts and bolts. This is a lovely tablecloth. What oil have you been using? It smells lovely. Lost me fucking. Shouldn't look away. You've got great legs. Don't pepper too many compliments on them. Make a few jokes at their expense and make them feel a little bit salty. Not too salty, just salty enough to make sure that they savour your compliments a little more. I never expected you to have such big drawers. Are your legs wonky? You seem smaller now that I'm holding your hand. They're all great little jives to have at your antique table. Just be prepared for their rebuttal and do your best to act unoffended. And here's your illustration, Gil. For that's so this is a woman. Obviously, it's a woman. She's left a bra, her trousers, and her high heels on the beach. The table itself, the antique table, which is obviously floating because it's an antique table. You know, she's swashing it. They've left the candlesticks and cutlery and crockery on the beach as well, because obviously they've stripped down, innit? They're having a bit of skinny dipping. Yeah, the podcast's on iTunes, mate. If you World Around You's podcast, it's in the charts as well, which is mental. It's like, well, as yesterday at least, it was number 15 in the UK for stand-up comedy, which I think's fucking sick, mate. To be honest, I'm pretty happy with that. And I don't know if it's purely because of you, Tape. I don't know if you leave it playing on repeat or something for some reason. But I think I'm like number 30 in the all-time charts for stand-up in Australia as well, which is weird. Like I'm much higher in the charts in Australia than I am in England. So if that's got out to do with you at all, Rowan, Nice one, bro. Thank you. If not, fucking, we need to try and work out who these people are in Australia that are listening to my show over over other people's. Nice one, Gil. Fucking let me know what you think of them, mate. You've got on a Sunday, I released the Here's Hows, which is like, here's how to be naughty without being arrested, without being illegal or whatever. How to save money, just 10 tips. Initially I did them because I thought it was funny advice to give someone, but after like I did the first 3 because I have a radio show on Threshold FM, that's where all this stuff comes from, and I got another one as well live tonight if you fancy that. Like if you have a look at the link in my bio on here and on my page, you'll find everything I do. But yeah, they told me that this is actually quite sociopathic stuff, mate. This is pretty dark. I was like, oh right, I didn't know it was dark. I thought it was funny. Like I just try and make it do stuff that I think if I found it I'd laugh, kind of thing, you know. And then I hope that one day I'll be drunk enough or something, you know, to listen back to the stuff I've done and read the stuff I've done and make myself laugh with it. Sometimes I make myself laugh with some of the stuff because I forget that I wrote it or forget that I thought it up, and it's ridiculous, you know. Anyway, someone give us another page number. Someone give us a page number. Well, we've got 3 people on the live, so while that's happening, I'm gonna go and get myself a glass of water. Not to be a dick to the 3 people that have stuck around, but I need a drink and talking non-stop. Right then, fucking Tape, is it you on both streams, man? Oh, now no one's on that stream. Jesus. But someone could watch this in the future. Who knows? Doubt it though. Who's sitting through this? Mentalist, if you are sitting through this on like repeat. Alright, I don't know who it is then. I don't get pictures at the top of the screen for everyone that joins. Don't know why. Right, so the person that's just joined the Facebook stream, you can grip one of these for £2.50 off of Amazon. Give it a go, mate. It might make you laugh. You know, you might enjoy it. It's all nonsense, you know. And I might, you know what? I might go because I've got a research for tonight's show. It's about alternative reality games. So that's going to take a lot of reading, I think, because I've never heard of them until the other day. And it seems to be, which is weird, it seems to be where most conspiracy theories seem to stem from. These like 5 or 4 people that just decided to fucking make stuff up one day. So if you've been watching on Facebook and you're watching this on repeat, fucking good on you. I'll fucking see you in a bit. Listen to me shows on Threshold FM and Spotify and Apple Podcasts or wherever you can find podcasts and that. See you in a bit.